Are you feeling the big energy of movement? I know this is something that I've experienced over the last couple weeks, and it's really seemed to be heightening over the last few days. It's kind of like everything on your outside reality looks the same, although you feel different. Like somehow you moved to someplace new. If you're feeling this energy right now, stick around and watch the following video. We're going to talk about what it feels like when we move. So let's feel into this movement energy. You can call it, jumping a timeline, shifting your reality. There's many ways that we can describe this, but I, like always, like to go into what it feels like. That feeling that you're different, something has changed. You're moving throughout your day in a different energy. I know for me, it's the things that I do. Maybe I'm kind of doing some of the same things, but they're coming from a different spot in me. They're coming from a more expanded, more loving, more brilliant kind of technicolor place. I feel different. And sometimes when we've taken these jumps into this new space, we can have a lot of emotion around what it feels like to kind of be in that new space. I was doing my own shamanic journey the other morning, and I was reflecting on this energy of movement. And the image that was brought up for me was when I was younger, when I used to move locations and change schools. You know, there was a part of me that was super, super excited for a new experience. I can remember one particular time where we moved and I toured this school. And when I got to this school, it was gigantic. It was so much bigger and bolder and just like nothing I'd ever seen compared to the small private school that I left. I was being immersed into this very large suburban um, it was mind blowing. I don't even have the words for the feeling of how different it was. And when I went into that school, I was so excited. There was so many opportunities that I could choose from. I got to pick my classes. I knew I was going to play on the basketball team. I could also sing in choir. I mean, the opportunities were endless. And then when school started, that excitement kind of shifted into anxiety and fear. It was that feeling of like, oh my gosh, where have I landed? This is so different. How I felt then was anxious, scared, alone. I was very different, I felt, from the others coming from a really small town. There was this period of adjustment. This can be true for us too on our spiritual journey. Oftentimes, when we go through these energetic expansions, this jumping into a new reality, we can start to feel a little bit nervous. Just like the school, excited and for all the great opportunities that we know and can feel deeply that are coming and slowly coming into our reality, it can also stir up and bring up a lot of these feelings. So maybe you, when you were young, moved around a lot. It's interesting when I do sessions with people, some of the biggest traumas and some of the most common places that we come disconnected within ourselves is when we go through these big changes, these big jumps, these big moves. How you're feeling now can be a breadcrumb to a place back then that you became disconnected maybe even traumatized, however you want to look at that, however you want to call it, but simply a place where change was happening. It was much, much different than you imagined, and you felt a little bit ungrounded, a little bit kind of unsecure, or in my case, I felt really insecure. So we have this beautiful opportunity now, where we are in our lifetime, to be able to time travel back, to connect to those feelings that we had when we were younger, when we experienced something new. Now, maybe you didn't move around a lot, but chances are you did go through many times in your childhood where you had big change happen. So, we're going to do a short kind of meditation practice, a little journey with Jen, to connect back to that feeling of what you might have had when those changes came. To be able to connect back and to honor the feelings that we had at that time. One of the beautiful things that we're experiencing now in the world is really how we connected children and their feelings. I know when I was young, this wasn't really a practice that, you know, people did. It was less about our feelings and more about kind of, pushing through things. So now that we've learned some of these skills in our world on how to really connect to children and how they're feeling, to give them the time and space to express themselves, how can we start to give that gift to us now? You get to, with this new wisdom, with this new knowledge, be able to go back to that space and time and meet yourself and give yourself what you needed, to be able to listen to you. Because if you're like me, chances are the world didn't stop, kneel down in front of you and say, "How are you feeling? Would you like to talk about it?" This is the beautiful part about our spiritual journey in life, is that any moment you're the one that gets to decide that you can do that now. Will you kind of call a timeout, settle in, and connect back to you to know and feel what you're feeling? Because chances are, if you're experiencing something new, these bold changes, this timeline jump, your reality shifting, it's bringing up feelings. And you have this beautiful opportunity now to be in those feelings, connect back to yourself so that you can flow through this next chapter of your life feeling supported, full of love and excitement. So I invite you to take a moment, do this meditation practice with me. If you're doing any other activities, maybe set those aside, come back to the video at this point in a later time. And really let's explore. Let's be curious. Let's dive in and ask those parts of us that are feeling big emotions when we've made these big moves. Let's check in. Let's see how we're feeling. We'll start like we always do. We'll take a nice big deep breath in and out. Place your hand on your heart. Go ahead and rub your shirt or your arms. Come back to this place and time in your body where underneath your hand, in this physical reality that you are in now, everything is functioning. There's a million miracles a moment happening right under your hand in your chest. The survival part is handled. You're here now. You're breathing. In this moment, do you have everything that you need? Are you in a space that is comfortable? Do you have water to drink? Is there love and connection available to you? Is there food for you to eat today? And as you take a nice breath in and out, you can tell your mind that all the boxes are checked for your survival. in this moment. You have all that you need. And as you take another breath in and out, ask yourself a few questions here. Let's connect back in time to all those places that were new that you experienced. All the new things that you tried for the first time. Connect to the possible excitement. You can connect to the possible anxiety. But go ahead and check in and ask yourself, how did I really feel in this space? This is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, is to start to ask questions. Be curious. Bring yourself to this place in time. A moment, a memory that you found yourself someplace new. Connect to that piece of you. Ask, how are you feeling? Allow the answer to come easily, and sometimes it can be even quiet. There might not be an answer available yet, and that's okay. Sometimes we don't know how we're feeling because we've forgotten how to ask. Or maybe you're not used to having anyone ask you how you're feeling. But in this space, as you take a nice big breath, you allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling and to listen. The you that is someplace new or experiencing something new, what do you need in this moment? You need quiet. You need a hug. You need a pep talk. You need to just have someone be with you. Allow yourself to respond to that part of you in this new space with whatever it is that you need. Take a big breath in. Allow your nervous system to settle. Allow your breath to soothe you. Allow this point of connection in time right here, right now, where you're connected to you, to give you what you need. Be a witness to that part of you that's asking for a need or for comfort or whatever it is, without judgment. How can you treat this part of you now who's going through this energetic change? Maybe shifting in their reality right now. How can you bring connection, love, and comfort to you in this space? As you breathe in and out, allow yourself to be in this new reality that you've created that can sometimes be a bit hazy, sometimes a little scary, sometimes really exciting. And allow yourself to be in it, grounded, whole, supported, and loved. And as you start now to navigate your new reality, be the observer and be curious. Continue to watch, continue to ask as you hold the hand of the you that set out on this new journey in this new space and time. As you take a breath in and out, you start to come back to this place and time. Now that energetic reset was a little bit longer, or at least it felt like it to me, than some of the ones that we do in this video. It feels like a beautiful confirmation to me on how many of us and how many of you are really needing that reset and that grounding and the support as you move through this next phase of your life. New beginnings are exciting, they're scary, they're a lot of things. Until you know how you feel, you can't give yourself what you need as you flow through this new bright time. If you would like to connect in a personal session one-on-one with me, we'll do something similar that's designed especially for you to actually go back in that place of time and bring connection and healing and love and support to the you that still might be carrying some of that energy from the past. If you'd like to do that, head on over to my website at jenhuber.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'll see you next week.